Hey guys, what's up? It's Casey. I'm officially trying to get back into prepping for a prep. Now, what they mean by prepping for a prep is basically you're going to try to live the lifestyle of a bodybuilder who's prepping for competition, but without the intensity and the obviously you can have cheats. I will still have my wine. I will still go out to dinner with my family on occasion. And, if I were to skip a workout here and there, also a good pass, very doable. So the thing that I'm excited about the timing of this one, of doing it this time, is that last time when I was prepping for a show last year, which, heartbreak, I backed out of it in March because, as some of you guys know, my mom passed away pretty suddenly March 4th last year, and the month prior, actually probably about the 2 months prior, it was just constant hospital visits for falls, late nights, stress, worry, no sleeping, everything. So when I was supposed to be in the prime of my prep, I was 8 weeks out from my show when she passed away, and the 8 weeks before that was when things were really tough, the late nights, the stress, everything. And so I felt mentally not able to do the show at that time. And I felt really good in a way about backing out of it. But it's definitely been something that's kind of like weighed heavy on me. You know, and to be honest, I thought that I just wasn't doing a good job. And I thought that maybe I was just one of those bodies that isn't meant to compete, not only with my personal lifestyle, my work lifestyle, but the habits that I've already put into my life. Like, I like to have wine every night. I'm not going to lie about it. I do not think it's a problem right now. I know it is a problem, guys. Don't come at me. I know it is a problem. But I have at least 2 glasses of wine a night. I cannot recall the last time I got drunk, to be honest with you. So I do not drink it like that. It is very just, it's basically like my nighttime medicine for having a good day. And now that we got a hot tub in our backyard, it's kind of like becoming essential. I'm just kidding. So, so yeah, it just, lifestyle at the time just wasn't the right time to do a show. And then when I knew I wasn't going to be ready for the May, on top of that, I also knew that I did not want to push it out to try to do a show in June or July because June was going to be a hectic month already. Like, I was hoping to be done with my show season in May. And then what I was going to do is, if I felt really good, there was a show at the beginning of June that I was considering maybe doing, and then being off it for the rest of summer. So, and we were taking the girls on a week-long trip to Mexico. So I 100% did not want to be on any kind of trip there. So it was just one of those things where I just decided, you know what, let's close it for the year. And I really thought that I was going to live with the mentality of it's not meant for me. This isn't something I can do. And then I all of a sudden got the urge a little bit ago, like about a month ago, and started watching my favorite YouTubers that are into fitness, Julia Renee. She just did a huge prep series. She is wellness, but her tips still kind of align with bikini. And, uh, yeah, and then of course the Olympia was on uh, this last weekend. So I kind of got into that, and I was so excited because my favorite fitness, Laura Lee Chapados, she won. And I was just like, okay, I'm inspired. I do not expect to look like these girls. These girls, it is their job, it is their career, it is their lifestyle. They are also, some of them are 20 years younger than me. So I'm approaching 43 this year. This is my first time even thinking about doing this. So I am not expecting miracles, and I am not doing this to get into the best shape of my life. I'm doing this because the thought of doing it is highly motivating to me. So Anyways, long story short, I have decided to start living the lifestyle again of like I'm getting on prep. So I thought I'd share with you guys today. I just went and did a Costco haul that is 100% prep related. I'm sorry, no, I lied. It's like 90% prep related because I did get wine. But I'm gonna try to get back on to the meal plan that my coach had me on. And I mean, I'm going to try to follow it as much as possible. I will not do the amount of food because my biggest struggle last time was I actually could not eat that much food. I was struggling. I'm just not that hungry all the time. And it kind of made me feel good because the thing that I hear most from these girls that are prepping for a show is that they're starving and they're having to chew gum and drink water. Now, granted, I was still 8 weeks out, and there is a little part of me that kind of felt like my coach knew I was going to quit because he wasn't changing anything. So I was like, shouldn't I be looking better? Shouldn't I be feeling better 8 weeks out? And I was being honest with him that I was cheating. I was having wine. My mom was dying slowly too. So, and he was being very compassionate with me. I'm currently just looking for possibly another coach, but I'm thinking I'm probably going to go back to him if I do. Because I think that my fails was not his fault. It was my fault. It was my job as the client to follow the food list, to follow the workouts. The only thing I was doing 100% dead on was the workouts up until the last month when I was constantly coming and going to the hospital. Like every second I wasn't working, I was at the hospital. So, yeah, other than that, I hadn't skipped a workout, hadn't skipped a beat. My struggle was getting the amount of water in every day, which I've been working on and I'm getting better at, and then eating the amount of food. Those were my two struggles. And then on top of that, having a glass or two of wine at night. But because I also wasn't getting in the calories from the food that he was suggesting, it was almost like the wine. I don't know. I put that in my head that the wine wasn't that bad, but I know, guys, I know it was bad. But I thought I was in a very bad place. I thought I was nowhere near getting on stage for 8 weeks out. Then I went and got a DEXA scan this last week, and it blew my mind. And I'm going to do another channel on that. My body fat when I quit prepping for the show was at 15, 16%. I thought that was bad. Turns out that was actually pretty good. Another thing I noticed, I did not get sick once in the year that I was prepping for the show because I did obviously the pre-prep and that's amazing considering how much time I spent in hospitals and the stress. As some of you guys know, my stepdaughter's mom is just awful to us. She is awful to us. And now she's going through another divorce. And I seriously want to reach out to her soon to be ex husband and be like, let's chat. Let's work together to stop letting this woman get everything she wants. She lies, manipulates, steals everything. So yeah, I was actually in a much better position than I thought I was, which is another thing that's kind of thrived me to get back into this. So, I've got a little visitor right here. Yeah, she smells she smells the chicken, I'm sure. Say hi, Coco. So I'm going to share with you guys the food. First of all, I'm going to show you my little list. So luckily before I quit with my coach last time, and I actually haven't looked at the app that we were training through to see if all of my stuff is still there, my stats. I know the workouts probably aren't still there because I quit paying for them. But I did go ahead and write down the food list. And I know from memory what is meal one, meal two, meal three, everything like that. So this is what he had me on. Meal one was 2 egg whites, 2 whole eggs, a quarter cup of cream of rice, and a half a cup of berries. It was a lot of food. Okay. Then meal two was 6 ounces of fat-free Greek yogurt and a half a cup of berries, 15 almonds. A little more doable. That one was easy to put into my lunch bag, take to work, have it right when I got to work. Meal three was 4 ounces of lean meat, half of avocado, and a half. Again, very easy to prep, very easy to do. And then meal 4 was 4 ounces of lean meat or 96% ground beef. So very easy. Half of avocado. Okay. Maybe I do need to look at this again because I'm like thinking that the half a cup of rice and the half cup of avocado. Meal 5 was 4 ounces of lean steak, 5 ounces of potato, yam, or 1 cup of rice, and then veggies. He said I could add veggies to every meal. It wasn't really the make or break, and I have seen bikini preps peppers that don't do veggies. Jen Dory, she didn't do veggies through most of her prep until her meal got cut, and then she started adding veggies because she too thinks that veggies make her sick to her stomach. So I am in the same group. So, all right, so let me show you guys what I got. The only thing I didn't pick up, and I'm kind of regretting it now, so I might actually go back later, is rice in a bag because it was $20 and it was a huge bag, and I'm like, where am I going to put it? So, but we do cook a lot of rice for even our family meals. So I didn't get a bag of rice to cook, but we do have some here to cook. We like to use the jasmine rice, but I went ahead and got this case, the sticky rice, and I'm gonna guess that these are probably each for the bowls, but really good idea to have in like a pinch. And then I'm gonna also share with you guys too how much I paid for this stuff. For that, I was actually surprised at what I got for so little. These rice bowls cost $10.99, so that's awesome. Got grass-fed butter because we do steak every night. We've been going to Costco every Monday and getting the 6-pack of sirloins and eating steak with a side of fruit every night. It is the most savory meal. It's the most delicious meal. And according to my meal plan, it is prep friendly as well. Maybe not the fruit once we get to a certain point, but we'll cross that road later. So I got this grass fed butter. This is $9.99. This is gonna last us a long time. I think the last time we bought this was in June when we were going to Mexico, and it's October now, so $9.99 for that, pretty reasonable. Always have a problem taking the time of making my yogurt bowl. So I decided to just go ahead and buy this case of the Oikos 000. It's supposed to be 15 grams of protein, 0 grams added sugar, 0 artificial sweeteners, and 0% fat. So much easier to just toss this in my gym bag. Basically, the only other thing I need to add to that is the half a cup of berries, which again, I could like put into a little baggie, and then when I get to work, toss that in. And the good thing is I like frozen blueberries. So if I put those in my gym bag with this yogurt, by the time I'm done with my workout, the blueberries are going to be a little bit thawed out, but the yogurt's going to have stayed cold. See what I'm thinking about? All right. Then the next thing I got was, my coach got me on these because the problem that I was having was avocados were looking crunchy. I was having not trouble getting them to stay good in my fridge, everything like that. So he put me on to the smashed avocados. Um, so I don't know if these would be macro friendly once it got to actual prep time, but in a pinch, they're just with sea salt, and like each cup is 130 calories, which I think that seems kind of high, but I know it's because it's fats. So, but on some of the meals where it calls for a half of an avocado, I'll look this up, but because I'm pretty sure I did at one point. Um, I'm assuming that this would be, each cup would be the equivalent of half a cup avocado. Well, it says 16 single cups and contains about 10 avocados. So it seems about like each one would be about half a avocado. All right. And this was $13.99 for this. So, we'll see. All right, what else? Oh, I went ahead and got turkey. We've been doing so much chicken and steak that I think this week I want to prep ground turkey. And the ground turkey was probably the most expensive thing I actually got today, besides the wine because I did get, this is what we get. $14.99. Yes, we drink out of a box because if there's a night where I just want a little bit, like when I was getting into my prep, I was measuring out my wine because if my fitness pal was saying that I still had this many calories, this many carbs, I know the bad thing about the wine was the sugar, but I thought I was doing a really bad job about that and I was hating myself. But then after seeing the results from my DEXA scan and where my results were, I'm thinking I obviously was doing it. If there's a way to do it and be smart, I was doing it the smart way. So, but the ground turkey was about $22 for this. But this is like, I will cook one of these a week. And so this is about a month's worth of ground turkey. Now, here's my dilemma with when I meal prep is that I meal prep enough for my husband and I, even though he's not on a strict plan. He's phenomenal. He's got a very good metabolism system and he can eat anything and be and look fantastic the next day. I have to work hard. So when I meal prep, he eats a lot of my food and he doesn't measure his food. Maybe I start making containers for him so that my food doesn't go that quickly. But I'm thinking one of these once a week. And then to also help the meal prep process go a little bit smoother today, I also picked up a rotisserie chicken. This I know once I get into the heart of prep, I won't be able to have because I believe there's, too much butter and oil and seasonings that I shouldn't be having and stuff like that. But these are amazing when you're in a pinch. If you take all the skin off, it's basically just a lot of white meat. It's flavorful, it's delicious, it's cooked, it's ready. And then my husband found this one hack that if you put the chicken in like a gallon bag and shake it, it basically the bones just fall off. So I went ahead and picked up. Oh, this ended up being a lot more expensive than it said it was. Okay, a little upset about this now, but I got one of these. It's like leaky. I hope that's from the shelf and not. But I got one of these truffle parmesan and black garlic seasonings. I thought I'd do this for not only the turkey meat, but I also got broccoli as the vegetable to put into my dishes. It's pretty much zero everything except for a little bit of sodium, which that was one of the things that I was learning too is that sodium is good. Have salt. So this was almost $9. I thought it was going to be six something. So I'm a little upset about that. I'm just kidding. I'll get over it. Oh wait. No. I'm sorry. It was on sale. So it says 8.59, but then it says minus 210. So yeah, this was a good purchase. Because this is a lot. And I know my husband's gonna love this. Sometimes truffle can be overwhelming, but I think the biggest problem that people have when it comes to meal prepping for fitness is sometimes your food gets repetitive and boring after a while. So it's good to have seasoning sauces for the magic last time because it adds a little change to your food. It adds a little extra, a little flavor. So it's like you could do the same meal prep, but today I'm going to add Cholula to this. Today I'm going to add sriracha to this. Today I'm going to add this truffle seasoning. And then it's like you're eating the same exact thing, but you're just seasoning it a little bit different. It spikes it up and makes it a little bit more exciting. So that's basically what I picked up from Costco. Today I spent $118 after tax. So that's pretty good. And considering that $30 of that was wine, which I wouldn't have if I was on prep. And when I get on prep, most of this that I got is like a once a month purchase. Some of the other stuff like the broccoli and maybe the rice, maybe the yogurt would be twice a month, but the broccoli would probably be once a week in reality. That's it. So my plan is I'm gonna cook some turkey today. I'm gonna use this seasoning. I'm gonna go ahead and make some rice, and I'm just gonna keep these sticky rice bowls as kind of like a in a pinch. I need to pack lunch today kind of scenario. So these are more for the in case of emergency because we have a rice cooker, and if you set it in the morning, honestly, you're gonna have like a week's worth of rice ready for you, and there's no stress, no worry. It's really not that difficult. So that's why I think I probably will go back to Costco and get the bag of rice because it's a good thing to have. So like I said, we do a lot of rice meals. So I hope that this gave you guys a little bit of guidance. feel free to go back and listen to what my coach put me on. I believe this was about 2,000 calories a day. It seems like, holy crap, how do you lose weight when you're eating that much food? But it's the kind of food, it's crazy. My naturopath has told me this, my coach told me this, that probably one of the biggest reasons why I'm having trouble losing weight is I'm not eating enough of the right food. So I'm going to go back to doing this and sticking to it as much as I can. Like, I want to get back onto a 90-10 kind of plan where I'm 90% doing it, 10% not. But I think the main thing is that the motivation is high up, the encouragement from everyone around me. I have not fully decided if I am going to actually get started back with my coach. If I do, I don't think I would start back with him until after the new year. And he was pretty reasonable. He was $100 a month virtual training. And then the plan was whenever I got to about 3 months out from my show, I was going to start personal training with him in the gym. His month program started at like one session a week was like $250 a month, 2 sessions a week like $350, 3 sessions a week $450. So obviously I'd start with 3 months out doing once a week training with him. Then 2 months out I do twice a week training with him. Then the month out, 4 weeks out, I would do three training sessions with him a week. So I think I'm gonna hit him back up pretty soon. I'm gonna try to get back in shape after getting that DEXA scan. They said that I actually don't need to get one for like 3 months, but I might actually go back at the end of December and get another one just to see if I am on the right track. And I'm gonna remind you guys, I do not plan on dropping out the line. My plan is to get back into the gym, get back into the workouts, and be eating this meal prep, and just to like see. And then whenever it gets time to it, then it's like you just have to remind yourself that it's really only 16 weeks that you're really hardcore in prep. If you can't quit a habit like drinking wine every night for 16 weeks, then you're a little in a different space in life. And it shit always happens. I didn't count on my mom dying. I thought we had her for another 5 years. My worry was 10 because it was becoming really hard with her Alzheimer's. I did not like the memory care unit home that she was at. I thought their level of care was going down so bad that I really want to report it to the news because I saw nothing but neglect. I saw harshness. The staff was getting very short with everyone. And I mean, this is memory care. So I'm still debating on if I want to try to take this story to the news. I've already advised a client to not put in memory care. And I told her about how my strategy on if I was to take care of them full time. And she's actually, now that she's heard it from me, she's like, I didn't think about that. And how much these places cost a month. I would have rather saved $10,000 a month on the abuse that my mom is getting towards the end. And I will say this right here. I think that her care was what killed her. So I think if she had had better attention, better quality of care, we might actually still be with us. So yeah, but life stuff happens. My husband's ex-wife is not going to become really cool anytime soon. The more miserable her life is, the more miserable she is with everyone else. So I just got to suck it up and get over that because she's never going to be a good person, especially to me. She's so incredibly intimidated and jealous by me. And I've never had someone be so jealous of me in my life. So I don't know how to handle this because everyone has always loved me. I have nothing. Even people that I kind of didn't like, I now consider my best friends because I was like, Casey, why are you acting like this? I've tried with this woman. I really have tried this. So, anyways, I hope this video helped you guys and inspired you a little bit too. Go to Costco, get some good options, and there are tons of meal prep videos out there on YouTube. So watch them. Follow some of these girls. Laura Lee Chapato's, Ashley Kaltwasser, not really one of my favorites because she's a robot. So I feel like her way of life is not doable to anyone else. Julia Renee, I'm telling you guys, check out her YouTube channel. She is amazing. There's so many. I need to basically do a my top fitness influencers changed video. So I hope this brought you guys some joy, brought you some help, helped you get through this season. We're in the middle of October now. Arizona's finally breaking the heat. We're getting a little bit cooler. So I'm actually pumped up to get at the gym and I want to get back to running outside, everything like that. I'm just, my motivation is really high. All right. I love you guys.